Alright, well, time to feed these hungry Steam Deck fans. He hasn't put out anything today? Nothing? Oh, by the way, hello people. Another beautiful day. Yep. Hope your 5 senses work, health and strength is good or excellent. But, alright, what do we got? Let's see, Steam Deck, SteamOS 3.6.17. Beta release with another quick fix. Yeah, updates are rolling in, people. So after a bigger Steam beta client recently that had some nice improvement for game recording and various Linux fixes, with another SteamOS beta, we have yet another tiny SteamOS update. Valve are really pushing towards the stable release of the SteamOS 3.6 for Steam Deck now, and SteamOS 3.6.17 end of the line beta changes. Wireless fix a problem where Steam Deck would unable to connect to certain Wi-Fi access point. Says here, given the beta naming, Valve were likely hoping the previous beta was the final one. Hopefully this one, then who knows, maybe will treat us to SteamOS 3.6 stable later today, since Valve do have a habit of releasing things on a Friday. Alright, to access the current beta, you need to be in the beta or preview channel via settings, via system update channel. Yeah, updates rolling in. Told you. Anyway, alright, what else we got? Since we talking video games around here. Alright, let's see. What do we got? What do we got? What, did I just miss this? Oh, Civilization. So Sid Meier Civilization, what's it, 7 gets Windows system requirement with Linux and Mac OS details later. Yeah. It says Firaxis Game and 2K Games released the system requirement for Sid Meier Civilization on Windows, but the Linux and Mac OS requirements will be coming later. If you've been paying attention, Civilization coming to Linux officially shouldn't be news. I've covered it multiple times, but it's nice to see people who miss that. So let's see. Let's come on. It has it says here, what this only 20 gigs. You mean the big new game don't have 100 gigs of? I am shocked. He said in the following post, Firaxis additionally said, we're also releasing Civilization 7 for Mac OS and Linux /Steam OS. However, we don't have specs to share for those platforms at this time. And then he said, I did email them previously to try to find out who is doing the Linux version, but they did not reply. Usually it's at Spire Media, but they're not listed anywhere this time around, so it might be done directly by Firaxis. Alright. So Civilization is coming to Mac and Linux. Alright, what else we got? Let's see. Epic roguelike Cave of Cud gets a tutorial beta, and the price goes up soon. Alright. So it's say October 29th, price will jump up to $29.99. It's $19.99. It says they're making the final preparation for the 1.0 release to leave early access later this year. And it says what else? It says here the tutorial beta is opt and on Steam and on a separate download on itch.co. Unclear if the beta is on GOG. The tutorial, along with the last segment of the main story, will come into the main branch when the 1.0 release which there's no date for just yet. It has native Linux support and is Steam Deck verified. GOG, itch.go, Steam. Alright, what else we got here? Okay, Mesa. What do we got? Let's see, Mesa 24.2.4 release with various bug fixes. Developer Eric Engestorm announced the release of Mesa 24.2.4 open source graphics driver coming with multiple bug fixes for stable release. You should be properly good to go on upgrading from the following previous Mesa series. Then it says now new features, since those will be saved for Mesa 24.3.0 due out around November 6th. And bug fixes for Fast Penguin require Force VK Vector. Then it has the more bug fixes release are planned for this series. 24.1016. See for 24.2.5, 24.2.6, 24.2.7, 24.2.8. Yeah, you guys got some updates, all right. Anyway, what else we got here? 6 years after Kickstarter, Orphan Age dev studio Black Flag shuts without a release. Says here, game development is a complicated beast, a constant challenge to get funding. For studio Black Flag, who were building the promising looking Orphan Age It's All Over, a game I covered all the way back in 2018 with their Kickstarter, when the developer was confident on it having Linux support. It says, speaking in a fresh announcement on Steam, the developer put it very bluntly, dropping the nautical jargons for clarity. The last few months we've been going through bankruptcy procedures in France. This started when the communication broke down between us and our publisher, leading to payments not continuing, alas, with our publisher not continuing funding and no other source of continued funding to finalize the game. The French government has elected to shut down the studio effectively immediately. Like at the end of the workday today, we cannot legally continue working. Says here, going by the date, they shut as of October 2nd. To make matters worse, when going through the Kickstarter, they originally stressed how they tried to work with publishers, but we never found a compromise that respect Orphan Age DNA. Clearly, they found one. This is where it gets messier. In the facts at the bottom of the announcement, it seems their publishing agreement handed over all of the rights of the game, noting, I am not able to get into the specific of our contract with our publisher, but we simply do not have ownership over Orphan Age in a way that would allow us to shop it to another publisher. And it says here, it might not be the complete end of the game since the publisher could continue it, but it's now entirely out of the hands of the studio Black Flag. Brutal, but a reminder that there is a lot of bad publisher contracts out there where, like this, you hand over all your rights just to get the money. The developer has not named the publisher involved. It's also a reminder that a lot of Kickstarter and other crowdfunding campaigns aren't nearly enough for a developer to fund a full game, which is why a lot of them also end up with a publisher. Yeah, the struggles in video games, huh? Alright, what else we got? Let's see, what's this? Okay, what's this? Unified Linux Wine Game Launcher. UMU gets a first official release. Says here, Unified Linux Wine Game Launcher from Thomas Glorious Eggroll. Kreider version 1.1.1 is out now as the first official release to help improve Linux desktop and Steam Deck gaming. A refresher on what is, despite the game, it's not a launcher in the sense of it being an app like Steam, Heroic Game, Lutris, Bottles, Legendary, and so on. Instead, it's a tool that various apps can use to run Windows games on Linux, acting as a copy of Steam runtime tools and Steam Linux runtime that Valve use for Proton to allow Proton to properly run outside Steam. It says from the release note, first official release UMU launcher should work inside both Flatpak and Snap. We don't have an official build for Flatpak or Snap yet, but instructions are provided on building and using for both. And then it says, so what does this actually mean? It means that any app can run games using Proton just like they would from inside Steam. You can get a good experience with Windows game on Linux Steam Deck from Epic Games, GOG, Amazon, and various other stores via the app like Heroic, Lutris, and others. When they add in full support for UMU, this is a part of the Open Wine component. And so all apps end up using the same online database of game-specific fixes that some games need to run properly via Proton Fix. In short, better compatibility overall for gaming eventually. Alright, well, let's see here. What else we got here on the gaming front? And we got 3 more pieces of news here. Actually 4. We got a new 1 terabyte micro SD card out. What's this? Let's see here. Pinball Spire is a wonderful reinvention of what pinball can be. There's been a few attempts to update pinball into something new, and Pinball Spire is the latest that's out now. The Steam Deck Verify works great on desktop Linux with Valve Proton. And then it says it's being called a Pinballvania because it takes some ideas from Metroidvanias to provide a rather different experience for pinball fans and turn it into a much more adventure. Developed by Apparition Games, a tiny indie game studio in Canada. What you get here is rather a unique blend of pinball, platforming puzzle to make something quirky and different to spend your time with. And then it said what makes it quite different is that each main level in the game acts as a self-contained puzzle for you to solve with the power of pinball. I be honest, pinball is a game I never really got like many other, though I did play plenty of Space Cadet in early Windows, but other than it never really appealed to me. However, Pinball Spire thankfully understand me and showed me there's another way to do it, one that's just far more exciting, mysterious. Here you go into each new room not really knowing what to expect from it, and there's quite a lot of surprising variety in how you'll be dealing with each section. Thankfully, you've got a special scouter that you can hit a button to pause the movement at any time to look around and hover over objects to learn more and hopefully get an idea on how to beat the room. Anyway, let's see here. You can find this game on Fanatical, Steam, GOG. Yeah. No, pinball games are really good. They're really good. William pinballs are good. Zen pinballs. They're pretty good games. Me personally, I never had an issue with a pinball game. They're very challenging. That's for sure. What's this? JRPG inspired adventure Flowstone Saga. No, Flowstone Saga with the puzzle system is out now. Okay. And let's see here. You can buy it on Steam at some point on GOG. And let's see here. What can you do on this? Let's see. Features gorgeous pixel art with painstakingly handcrafted areas spawning across multiple biomes. An epic story grand in scope, but with plenty of heart and charm. Designed with accessibility in mind, including fun multiple difficult option, turn-based, whole mode, improve, expand, decorate the hub of New Riverstone, helping its citizens and making it yours. Mini games with unique and quirky ways to play and profit in co-op assist mode, and join the fight with a friend in the battle. Lots of ways to create unique battle strategies and express yourself. Equipment, customization, perk trees, job system, more. Alright, now what else we have? Oh, GOG Autumn Sale. What they have here? Oh, GOG has an Autumn Sale. It grabs another sweet freebie courtesy of GOG during their Autumn Sale. Free giveaways. You claim a free copy of the Whispering Willows and indie adventure horror game that also has Linux version when you're logged in on GOG. Scroll down a bit and you'll see the game giveaway banner. Alright, what they got here? XCOM 95% off, Lords of the Fallen 90% off, Metro franchise bundle 84% off. That's Redux Last Light, Redux and Exodus, Kingdom Come Deliverance 80% off, Hard Space Shipbreaker 65% off, Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition 60% off, Inscription 60% off, No Man's Sky 60% off, Everspace 60% off, Amnesia the Bunker 55% off, Trey Pang Banger Edition 40% off. GOG. And this is the autumn sale. Alright. And of course, you need a heroic launcher. Yeah, for that. Alright, what else we got? Now we got a 1 terabyte SD card. A new one. It's called the Viper. So there's a new gaming micro SD card in town. It looks great for Steam Deck. Patriot design with Viper Gaming V30A micro SD card with Valve handheld gaming PC as the primary target, but it will struggle in a ROG Ally. Yeah, Steam Deck getting spoiled. It says Patriot has just unveiled its latest micro SD card, and it's been designed with a hardcore focus on gaming handhelds such as Steam Deck, Nintendo Switch. Despite the focus on a portable, it won't quite be the right fit for the ROG Ally. Whether the Viper Gaming V30 ends up being one of the best micro SD card for Steam Deck remains to be seen. But Valve handheld gaming PC, like many gaming portables, is built using USH-1 speed class interface. This limits the device maximum read and write speed from the micro SD card, and the Viper card is designed so as not to offer diminished returns like some high-end SanDisk or Samsung cards do. The Viper Gaming V30 is capable of up to 100 megabytes per second read and 90 megabytes write speed. This fits ideally around the 104 megabyte maximum that the Steam Deck and Nintendo Switch achieve. Says curiously, Patriots also say the Viper Gaming V30 is great for Asus ROG Ally for the Asus ROG Ally, but would dispute this given that the Ally uses UHS-2 interface, meaning it allows transfer speeds up to 312 megabytes. If you own a ROG Ally, you're better off spending a bit more money to get a card that matches the speed class of the slot in the console. There is no release date, no prior given for the Viper Gaming V30, and it's not yet listed on Patriot website as one of its available products. What we do know is that there will at the very least be 1 terabyte and 512 gigabyte models available, thanks to the image shown so far. Whether or not the Viper Gaming V30 is worth your hard-earned cash remains to be seen, but it can't hurt to have more options for expanding your Steam Deck storage, especially if they end up cheaper. If you're looking for your next favorite game to play on the go, check out our list of the best Steam Deck games. Look, there's a 2 terabyte micro SD cards on Amazon right now that you can get. So and then there's a 4 terabyte one that's coming from SanDisk. So yeah. Do you really need this? Maybe not. I mean, there's already 1 terabyte and 1.5 terabyte micro SD cards already out there already. So this is just another 1 terabyte SD card to the micro SD card to the market. It would have been nice if this was like a 3 terabyte one. Then I'm like, okay, fine. But since it's 1 terabyte, we already have a 1 terabyte SD card already. Micro, that is. Anyway, what else we got on the gaming front? Anything else? Going once, going twice. Anything? Nothing? Yeah, gotta keep you guys in the loop, man. Yeah. Gaming industry keeps on moving. Games are being developed. Games are being made. Studios going through issues. Some studios closing. Game industry keeps moving. Oh yeah. I think that's it. That's all I got to report though. But I mean, there's 1.5 1 terabyte SD cards and 2 that's on the market now. Plus there's a 4 coming. So yeah. Then you have your solid state drive that you can that are for your docking stations. Then you have the solid state drive that you can mount to the docking station through the USB port. So yeah. And then you have your 2 terabytes of SSD 2230 for the Steam Deck that you put in internally, and that's for all your apps, Steam OS, yeah, and then go on from there. But other than that, you guys are good though. Right now we're in October. Should be the autumn sale coming up for Steam soon. There's deals happening right now. Whether from Capcom, Konami, yeah, Square. So deals are happening right now. So, or you just wait for the autumn sale to come around and then get your stuff. But other than that, you guys are good though. News, deals, games, update, the usual. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars Search Thing. Port Dark Side. Go. Peace. Wake up. Still sleeping? Cat. Ain't gonna mess with him.